Well, welcome and hi, everybody. Welcome to our Unlocking Your Expertise with Co-Managed Services webinar. And also happy Thursday and May 1st. My name is Brittany Overa, and I am a marketing specialist here at Imperium Dynamics. And joining us here to help us learn more about co-managed services, what they are, and the benefit of them, we have two of our project managers, Sarah Petruska and Erica Broder. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. So, Sarah and Erica have a ton of expertise and experience working directly with our clients on the execution of our co managed services. So, everything from making them obviously the perfect people to talk about getting the most of learning about co managed services and when it's time basically to call in for backup, right? So, their combined expertise and dedication to client success makes them really an invaluable resource, not to just Imperium, but really to anyone looking to maximize the benefit of co-managed services as well. And moving on, a quick note here, if you're new and joining us here today, we are Imperium Dynamics, a proud Microsoft partner based in downtown Chicago, dedicated to bringing your vision to life within the Microsoft stack. We aim to help organizations of all sizes achieve digital transformation by solving complex problems and delivering long-lasting impact through the Microsoft Cloud solutions with a focus of increasing both the capabilities of people and the performance of businesses. And really quickly, before we get started, a few housekeeping items. This session is being recorded, and after the webinar is over, you will get access to both the recording and the slide deck, so that way you can revisit it or share it with your colleagues. And also, if you have any questions or inquiries during the presentation, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we can answer them as we go. So with that said, here is just a really quick overview of the agenda, where we will go over why co-manage, what is co-manage, the different types of it, some real use cases and personas, along with its benefits and post-implementation success. And with that said, let's get started. So really, before we dive into what co-manage is, first let's take a look at a few of these key pain points that co-manage would really work to solve. So the first one there would be the customization and scalability challenges. So obviously, developing customized and scalable IT systems can be really challenging, and this often can lead to inefficiencies and missed optimization opportunities. And with this, something that is also vital in staying in sync with Microsoft's semi-annual cloud updates and wave releases, right? I think it was about January or February that they actually came out with their Wave 1 2025. And not only is it crucial to stay up to date with the new updates, but also learning them and getting to be proficient with them as well. So obviously, it's crucial to maintain the compatibility and the leveraging of these new features. As well as without a robust update management strategy, companies can face an increased administrative effort and compatibility risk, also hindering their ability to quickly benefit from these new features and maintain the competitive edge. The second one would be these data silos. So when we're growing and moving forward year to year, integrating new technologies with already your existing systems can be really, really complex and as well as time consuming. So this often leads to data silos where information is not seamlessly shared between all of your systems, and this can lead to inefficiencies and errors. Additionally, compatibility issues can disrupt your business operations and make it more difficult to maintain a smooth workflow overall. And the last one, obviously the biggest one, the costly IT staffing. So the expense of hiring and maintaining a team of specialized IT professionals can be very, very overwhelming, not just from the process of recruiting skilled talent and going through all of those interviews, but along with ongoing cost of training and retention, which can significantly strain your budget. And this financial burden often leaves fewer resources available for other essential business initiatives, making it challenging to balance both IT needs with the overall business growth. So, with that said, now let's go on to look at some few stats, which why the need would be for co-managed services, right? So on the left here, we can see that 45% of companies struggle with the adoption of in-house technologies due to the lack of in-house expertise and knowing the platforms inside and out 100%. In the middle, it says that 54% of companies report significant skill and understanding gaps of the technology that they are implementing, leading to broad range of challenges for the company across the whole scope. And lastly, a study found that 70% of digital transformation projects end up actually failing or falling short of desired goals of the whole organization implementing them. With that said, and some stats there, now we can talk about why businesses may need co-managed services. So, Sarah, let's hear from Sarah and what she has to say about what co-managed is from a project manager's perspective.
Yeah, so the co-managed services is a pretty unique offering because it allows us to provide custom tailored support for whatever needs you have. So this is super helpful because kind of like Brittany already mentioned, you get expert assistance and you don't have to worry about the overhead cost of hiring additional staff for this expertise. You're gaining a heightened governance and support to continue making sure your systems are operating at maximum capacity, making sure that your team understands best practices so you can ensure that educational component that you'll be using it how it needs to so that all your systems run smoothly. And we're also always offering our services, they're rooted in education. So there's so many goals, but like one core component of it is to make sure that by partnering with us for these services that you're walking away more empowered and educated to gain more expertise, to kind of like absorb like a sponge, if you will, all of the knowledge that our team has to share with you so that you can kind of lead your team in citizenship development as well. So ultimately, kind of like a one-stop shop to figure out whatever is needed for any challenges or goals that you have without all of the heavy lifting that comes from doing it yourself or doing like a full-blown implementation.
Very awesome. Thank you, Sarah. That's actually really, really insightful. And the education part of it is actually what I love mainly about co-managed services. So with that said, Erica, can we please review the different types of co-managed services and the platforms that they're available on? And additionally, I would love to hear your perspective on some of the most commonly used forms of co-managed services that you see as a project manager.
Yeah, so we have 7 different types of co-managed services. And with the Power Platform service, that's going to be our most used or most commonly requested type of co-managed service. And it's really assisting you in developing, deploying, and leveraging the platform for low code growth and maximum security. There's a lot of variety and it covers a wide expanse of services. And then we have the dynamic CRM type of co-managed, and that's going to help you with your day-to-day operations and system maximization. And then Azure really focuses on the efficiency of cloud operations, and it handles interactions with Microsoft. Then we can go into the co-managed Dynamics ERP service, and that enhances your operational efficiency and strategic agility, and it covers the 3 major versions of Microsoft's ERP. And my personal favorite, the AI co-managed service that's gaining a lot of traction right now, especially with just the general popularity of AI growing, and that really maximizes powerful tools like Azure OpenAI Service and Azure AI Vision, all while ensuring the top performance and security. And then last, we have Microsoft Fabric, which really helps to manage and create a robust data warehouse, and it helps centralize and enable meaningful insights with all of your data.
Yeah, thanks, Erica. So moving on, Co-Manage is really versatile service. I really think that can be customized and implemented in any way that is designed to uniquely meet the wants and needs of a specific company. So a co-managed service might look different to one company versus another one in the same industry or totally different industries. And here actually we have just two examples of who co-managed could be for. So Erica, would you mind giving us a bit more information on these two groups?
Yeah, so on one hand, clients might already have or own existing products or services. So then our co-managed services really are being added on top of what you already have, and we're providing additional support, any adjustments or enhancements, and then that educational support that's been brought up many times. We're there to help train you and educate you to better inform how you use your existing products and services. And we're really just trying to maximize efficiency and productivity. And then on the other hand, we have clients that do not already have these existing services, and they're actually implementing them in real time. And we're there to support the integration and actually help implement the new products and services. We're there to make sure that the transition is smooth for our client, and again, that offering that educational support so that we're supporting you in your new venture, and we'll continue that as long as needed.
Great, thank you. So now that we have a better understanding of co-manage and how it can be applied, let's take a look at some of the main attributes of the service. So Sarah, would you mind filling us in on the features of co-manage?
Definitely. So, kind of touched on them before, but just to elaborate a bit more, technical expertise is obviously number one. You have access to essentially the whole company of Imperium. So, you have a few designated resources that are always on standby for you. And should we need more hands, like we've got access to it. So it's kind of a one-stop shop, getting that expertise no matter what sort of, let's say, obstacles or new goals you encounter. Like we've got the full width and breadth to kind of pull in whoever's needed to help give you that knowledge, that guidance, recommendations to move forward in the way that's going to work best for you. Continuous solutions is kind of the second one. So with co-manage, it's not as if we're like, okay, we have this one single project, we're going to work through it. Okay, we're done. Bye. We're going to continue working with you kind of, I mean, as long as we both are like in it together. We want to have an ongoing relationship ultimately, because we know that businesses are not one-dimensional. It's not you have one goal and then you're done and you're set forever. Like we're constantly evolving, as we know, like Brittany and Erica both brought up AI, like that's a new thing. Just think a couple years ago, we weren't where we are now. So with these continuous solutions, we're here to help you move forward technologically so that you can advance your business without the pain of having to adapt on your own to learn everything new, so that you can do what you do best, which is your business, and we can help facilitate that through providing these continuous solutions to, again, whatever may arise for you. So it could be updates to your system, that could be maintenance, regular checking, and just kind of doing these check-ins with you to make sure everything's set up to maximize capacity. And then last piece is that tailored support. So again, we can customize your co-managed service essentially to fit your business like a glove. And that's what makes it so unique, is we're not trying to do a one-size-fits-all approach. We recognize every single company, like an individual, is completely unique. So again, we'll be checking with you on a regular basis to see what are the goals, how have they evolved, what's on the pipeline or the horizon, what are like the deepest desires, your like wish list, how can we bring those to life to make life easier, more efficient, more profitable for you. So again, like we're going to be working with you to customize it to fit your needs in any way that you need.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. So now let's dive into some real world examples of how co-manage has been successfully implemented. So as project managers, you've both worked with and witnessed these cases firsthand. So Erica, can you walk us through the recent EBI use case that you guys worked on?
Yeah, so just a little background here. EBI is a high-tech company that really specializes in aerospace and defense systems, as well as biotechnology solutions. And they were really just looking for a way to leverage Power Apps and enhance their already existing business applications and workflows. So they were that type of customer that already had the services and then came to us for adjustments, enhancements, support, education. We took an application that they were already using in their company. We met with them about it. We asked them what enhancements they would like to make to it. And then we built those enhancements based on the requirements through iterative cycles. And as we supported them with enhancing their application, we were really providing training and support and empowering them to use their Microsoft business applications more effectively. We coach them through setting up their own Power BI reports as well as how to manage their Power Platform environments. And as a result, we were able to really help EBI customize their tools in order to help them their workflow run more efficiently and effectively. We problem solved together and we came up with solutions, we built enhancements, and we're really supporting their overall company workflow.
Awesome. Thank you. And moving on, Sarah, given your experience with how many different companies apply the U co-managed services for their system, can you walk us through the generalized phases, since the phases and timing can vary depending on each company's needs?
Yeah, definitely. To be a broken record, since everything is so customizable, like there are three kind of you can count on in some iteration, the skeletal structure will be there. So the initial setup when we get started with co-managed services is really to set up a foundation and groundwork so that we can build upon that. And that takes the form of doing an initial environmental check. So we are looking at the entire tenant, all the environments you have set up, just to make sure that one, we know the state, and then we can provide education if there are changes, tweaks, best practices that could be applied that will make things more efficient and run smoother going forward. So that's kind of first and foremost, we want to make sure it's kind of like if you go get your annual health check or you take your car to the shop, they're going to go through this comprehensive checklist. We're going to do that with your tenant as well. Another component of that includes licensing and system updates, which I think was kind of touched on briefly, but again, we want to make sure that when we get started, everything is set up to be working optimally. So as we continue to grow and build together, we don't have to worry about like, oh no, this was a shaky foundation. We know we're rock solid to start with. And then the third piece of the setup is installing the Center of Excellence and training the team on how to use it. So for those of you who don't know, Center of Excellence, you can kind of think of it as like a control panel, like mission control for your entire tenant. So it gives you a snapshot of all the environments you have, any apps that are created, different solutions, data space, licensing. So you can see at a glance what is the status of everything. So you don't have to go to all these different places searching for your answers. So it really gives you a ton of information at a glance, which really helps to manage all the different pieces much more easily. So
Great.
that's a general setup. Sorry, I'm not done yet, Brittany.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, keep going.
And then as we move through our relationship together to support you, we want to make sure that we've got periodic components to make sure things are moving forward and we're helping you to move towards your goals, whatever those might be. So we're going to be checking in with monthly, or depending on the time frequency that works best for you, strategy and alignment calls. And this, we want to make sure that whatever projects that we're engaged in, we are moving in the right direction, we're aligned in how we're approaching it, how we're using our hours, etc. And also so that we can kind of help you to think ahead of like, what are your company goals? Let's say, you need to plan for the next quarter or the next year. How can we kind of act as a sounding board for you so you can figure out what is going to be the most helpful to prioritize when you move forward in your, technological advancements. And then again, periodically, again, we could be monthly, quarterly, whatever works best for you frequency wise, but we do want to make sure that we have those education calls on the books. It can be, we have a whole range of knowledge from everything in Microsoft, but also if you have specific needs or you would like to request specific training, we can absolutely accommodate that. And then just making sure that we're doing a manual backup of your system every so often, because there is the automatic sync, but sometimes it helps just to have that peace of mind that we know for sure we've done it, everything is secure in case the worst case scenario happens. Final piece, almost done, ad hoc. So again, I guess I kind of mentioned this before, but like anything that is like a custom request that is popping up, that's where we would do it as needed. So we absolutely, for probably all of our co-managed customers, we have working sessions. Like, again, life happens. Not everything runs 100% smoothly. So if there is a hiccup here or there, we can hop on a call with you and work with you to figure out what the heck is going on and solve it in real time. So you don't have to worry about like, what am I supposed to do in the meantime? And, mitigating any sort of downtime or business restrictions that, might pop up. And I think that's pretty much the summary there. But yeah, so we've got our setup, our periodic, and as needed. So really, you can kind of count on all of those things as we work together.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. So now that we have explored an example of successful implementation of co-managed services, let's shift our focus to how the individuals working for a company, aka the employees, can directly benefit from co-managed services. Erica, would you mind giving us some insight on how a IT support manager would benefit from something like co-managed services?
Yeah, so if I were an IT support manager at a company, there are a lot of common challenges that I'd be facing. There's limited time and resources. You're trying to keep up with continuous system updates. There's a need for a really specialized knowledge, and then you also want to be training your team members to be proficient with those systems. That all takes a lot of time, and we don't have that much time in the day. So the goal would be to ensure that the company systems are running smoothly and efficiently. We want to minimize the downtime and quickly resolve any technical issues. And we also want to improve the overall productivity of the IT department as a whole, because that's affecting the entire business. And in order to do that, we have our co-managed plan, and our solution provides the IT experts for troubleshooting and the system optimization. We are proactive about maintenance, and we're there to personalize the training for better system utilization. So basically, every challenge that you have, the lack of time, that's where our co-managed plan comes in, and we're able to help you with those challenges.
Awesome. Thank you, Erica. And really quickly, I know we have 4 to 10 minutes here. Let's dive into the key benefits of co-managed services with Sarah and Erica's experience as project managers. They have seen these advantages firsthand from working with companies. So, Sarah, would you mind sharing a few insights on how co-managed services truly make an impact? And again, sort of like a broken record, but let's hear it again.
Yeah, for sure. So versatility, again, that customization, like from one to the next, one quarter to the next, 1 year to the next, like you can use co-manage in completely different ways. So again, maybe the first year, you're like, we just want to have education on best practices. Awesome. we can do that. Maybe the next year you're like, oh, we have really decided that our business needs to move in X direction, and so we need to develop Y application or utilize this system more. We can come up with customized plans to help build training or any customization implementation that you need. So the versatility is really capped at your imagination, which is really, really helpful because, again, you're not stuck in a box in this super restrictive contract of any kind. It's really meant to work with you as your business evolves. Peace of mind is another one. This is honestly my favorite because who doesn't like to feel peaceful? Like, it gives you that reassurance that you have people on call who are here, who have the expertise that you need, who can help you with your problems when you need help. So it's kind of like you've got a genie on speed dial, exaggerating a little bit, but it really gives a lot of ease knowing that to have all the answers. We can do that for you. Governance is another huge thing because running a business and just doing our full-time jobs like requires full-time time and attention. So it is hard sometimes for people to be able to like, okay, let me do my system check. Let me make sure everything's updated. Let me make sure all of my licensing is accurate and we have enough data space. Like all of these things to make sure that your environment is running with integrity and security, they take a lot of time. So again, we can take that off your plate for you, which is a huge time saver and really gives you a lot more time and presence to do what you're actually needed to do in your day-to-day life. Continuous improvement, kind of mentioned that. We're always going to be optimizing systems, aligning with you to make sure that you are set up for technological advancements as they come. And then cost is another huge factor because as we mentioned before, hiring on additional staff not only is expensive, but it's super, super time consuming. So we're able to help you maximize your investment by having access to essentially the whole Imperium team of experts, and you don't have to hire or search for anyone. They're kind of at your fingertips. So that's a general overview of some of the key benefits.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. So as stated, co-managed services don't really just stop at deployment. They provide ongoing support and optimization to ensure your systems remain efficient and effective. So let's take a closer look on how this works with Erica.
Yeah, so as we've discussed, we have that consistent training and ongoing education. After that initial deployment, we're gonna continue to customize the training that you need in order to ensure effectiveness at your company and make sure that everyone is on the same page and knows how to use whatever we implemented. And then we're also gonna have those regular check-ins and that will highlight any areas that need improvement. We'll make any necessary changes that come up. And we're just going to make sure that your technology and applications are aligned with your business goals. And then last but not least, we have that on-call support. So, and if any type of issue arises at any time, you'll reach out to us. We're here for you and we will be there to fix it.
Awesome. Thank you, Erica. I think, let me see if I can my screen just froze. Oh, there we go. Last few slides here. Here is our character, and his name is Perry, and he will actually be summarizing co-managed services and our webinar. So on the right, co-managed services equals your tech team's super sidekick. Co-managed services is like having an awesome sidekick by your side, ready to jump in when things get tricky. You're still the hero, but now you've got extra backup. Bug busting brain power. Tech troubles, glitches, no biggie. Co-managed services brings in expert brain power to zug bugs fast. Problem spotted, problem squash. And techie teacher. Co-managed services aren't just fix-it folks. They're like your favorite tech teacher. They help explain the tricky stuff, guide you through the hard parts, and make sure you don't get stuck. Easy peasy, tech squeezy. Lastly, no more hands, more help. Need extra hands, but still building my cloning machine. But in the meantime, co-managed services is like adding star players to your tech team. More people on the field means more support, more building, more reviews, and a way faster drop. Need a hand crossing the street of digital transformation? Imperium Dynamics is right there with you. Tech experts who know every turn, twist, and shortcut. They'll guide you safely down the road to success. Woohoo, let's go. And with that, this is our end of our webinar. We hope that you have found these insights helpful. And if you would like to scan the QR code for more information about co-managed services, the different types, the QR code is right there. But we hope that you guys have an amazing Thursday. And thank you so much, Erica and Sarah, for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.